All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode of the Always Chillin podcast. Kenny D and the Sandman here in the barbershop once again, as always. Monday instead of Sunday this time. We took 4th of July off. We know we want to enjoy the holiday for sure. What'd you end up doing, man?
Man,
how was it?
Blew the block up, man.
Yeah, I saw some pictures on Facebook.
Up,
you looked like you had some good shit.
Well, our neighbor took out, man, that tree had to be well over 100 years old. So they took that tree out. You know, we've been living there 3 years now. So it's the first time we actually got to celebrate the 4th at our house.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we did it at the shop last year, kind of showed everybody what was up over here. You know, there's a lot of new to America people over here. So they probably last year, and I felt sad that we didn't do it this year. I felt like they might have been expecting it because they cleared the parking lot out. And I was like, oh, man, a lot of it last year, it was a lot of their first time ever seeing an American 4th of July. So, you know, it was cool to celebrate it at home, though, this year. It was cool. How about y'all? What'd y'all do, man?
Went over to Dad's for a little bit on a Saturday night. I told you before the show our weekend got kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all we ended up doing. And I don't know, it didn't really feel like the 4th of July. I don't know if it just snuck up too fast or what, but I was over at my mom and dad's and it just, you know, I mean, mom was even like, it just feels weird this year.
Yeah, we were saying the same thing.
I was like, yeah, it does.
I don't know if it's the way it landed.
Yeah,
because this never landed on. I don't ever remember on a Sunday unless I wasn't paying attention as a kid. I don't know.
Yeah, it would have been like 7 years ago.
You're right. You know what I mean?
Every 7 years or so.
It just landed different. I don't know. Yeah, and it did kind of sneak up. But like I said last night, man, with this pandemic, man, it's like it's been wintertime for like 15 months.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
it's like
I get it.
It's just been just flat for 15 months, and then the heat comes, and the 4th of July, and you know what I mean? Yeah, it just kind of snuck up on everybody, but I think a lot of people really took advantage of it this year because it was canceled here last year, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Uncle Sam Jam.
Yeah, everything got.
I didn't see.
I don't think anybody did anything.
Yeah, I didn't see anything in the news about it, you know. So maybe it went off with a hitch. I know they had to wait a little later because it didn't get dark until late.
Yeah. Yeah, the city fireworks show. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't.
It's actually pretty good, but yeah, it didn't start till like 11:30 or some shit.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I haven't been to one of those since it was at Oak Lake. I mean, Holmes Lake.
Oh, I was gonna say that's where it's at. That's where
they used to do it at Holmes Lake, man, and it was way better out there.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, you could park at McDonald's there on 48th and Van Dorn and just walk up the dam. You know what I mean? And really not. I mean, there was traffic, but not like over there. It gets kind of dangerous over there with the highway over there. People stopping on the highway, taking pictures. Man, it was just like, this is dangerous. I wouldn't even ride my bike over there.
Yeah, I guess I just like it over there because that's where my mom's house
that's
is
your
at.
hood.
Yeah. So like,
right.
Yeah, we just walk down the street to watch them.
So you guys could see them from out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Every year.
Yeah, we're a little too far. We heard them though.
Yeah.
Everybody has their fingers.
Oh yeah, that's good. I saw some of the stuff you guys had. There was like that big Elvis one. Was that Elvis one? Was that one thing?
Yeah, it was one big box full of an assortment of things.
Okay. I thought the box was like one whole.
Yeah,
thing.
It looks like that. Well, last year we got it was called the Big Bang, and this box was it was taller than me, and it just everything. I had stuff this year from last year out of that box.
Damn.
You know, and I feel, you know, this is probably our family's favorite holiday. Like I said, my dad, man, he went all out on the 4th of July. So I feel like it's my duty to take that up. So I gotta blow it up.
Yeah, you gotta go in.
And you know, I feel like you get more money. Your money's worth out of the cakes.
Yeah.
I study this shit.
Yeah, the cakes are super cool, man.
The cakes are super. You get
they're always
50,
our favorite.
100 shots. You know, you get artillery shells. That entertains everybody. You know what I mean? But that's where they get you in that little small. I'm thinking about opening up a fireworks stand next year.
Maybe you should. We ended up with some shady shit, some like shoddy little like cardboard like rockets.
Yeah.
And when my little cousin pulled them out of the bag, they were like already falling apart. And he's like trying to figure out how to put them together. And he lights one and it just goes like, it does like a loop. Just
we got
straight into the ground.
We got quite a few of those too. And I'm like, is this because of the pandemic? Are these pandemic fireworks?
Maybe some leftovers. But yeah, they're not sturdy at all.
Are these from last year, year before? Yeah, we got a lot of those too. And I was worried about that. You know, they try to freak everybody out. Like, there's a shortage of fireworks.
They did?
Yeah, they kept
didn't hear
saying that
anything
on
like
the
that.
news. Like I said, they always try to freak people out. There may be a shortage of fireworks, and you get to the fireworks stand, they have 2 big ass tractor trailers full of fireworks from the front to the back. You know, ain't no shortage out here, man. But we got there and really wasn't a line at all. I was surprised. We came out with everything we wanted.
Yeah, we went. Well, my mom sent my brother and my little cousin at peak firework time on the 3rd, and they came back in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Like I said, they try to freak everybody out, make them go spend their money.
Yeah, definitely not hard to get.
Not hard at all. Not far. We're not in Nebraska.
No, especially now that they aren't. Didn't they make a bunch of new ones legal?
Yeah.
Or no, or just bottle rockets.
Yeah and no. I mean, I don't even know how they can pull this off. Anywhere on the outside of Lincoln,
Yeah.
you can go get that.
Oh, no, but not inside.
But not
Lincoln?
inside of Lincoln. I'm like, ain't this the capital city? Didn't y'all make the rule here in Lincoln? Right at the state capitol? I don't know. So I was kind of careful. And we usually go to Denton or Hickman. So I was like, I don't know if we're gonna be getting anything illegal. And I don't know if they're gonna be sitting on the corner waiting for us to come back into Lincoln, man. And me being black, I was like, nah, I ain't gonna try that, man. So we came out with some all right shit, but I don't know. I actually toned it down this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you were doing it at the house, or what?
Yeah. I didn't want to damage the structure of anybody's houses.
Dude, it seems like every year we have one that tips over and shoots into one of our neighbors' garages or something.
Every year, man.
Every single year.
Well, my niece, her first Roman candle came back at her, and her night was over. I was like, I'm trying to pep talk her, and she was just like, no. So yeah, you always got that one, and she's what, 8, 9, you know what I mean? She's like, no, my night's over. You know, she's a little pretty little face. She was like, no. So I went and got her some goggles, some safety glasses. It was still a no.
Still no.
It was still a no. There's always that kid, and then all the way into adulthood, they still don't like fireworks.
Yeah, well, I don't know why kids always want to hold Roman candles.
That's not to be held.
Well, and they do it, and they're too scared to finish, so they're like,
that's not to be held.
They want to do it so bad, and then the second it starts going off, they don't know how to act.
Or the sparklers. You probably don't know what those are. They outlawed those fucking
sparklers
years ago.
No, we still got sparklers.
They used to be metal back in my day.
Oh, yeah.
It was a metal wire.
Oh, yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
Man, you had to make sure that baby was away from the crowd.
Well, I got burnt real bad with one of those. As a grown-up, as an adult, I got burnt real bad.
It might require surgery.
Well, yeah, the sparkly tip snapped off, and it landed in my pocket of my pants. Yeah, and it burnt the shit out of me.
I don't know. No.
Yeah,
there's just some shit I won't do.
I was 20.
Nah, they still make them.
I was a grown adult, I guess.
Yeah,
that's probably why they outlawed.
Yeah, that's probably why they outlawed them. Them shits is dangerous, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 4th went off, man, with a bang. Everything went off, man.
Cool.
Got to bed about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Last night?
Yeah.
Oh, so you celebrated on the actual 4th?
On the actual 4th. Yeah. Well, man, my family's so big. You know what I mean? It's hard for us to get together like that anymore, man.
Yeah.
We multiplying like a motherfucker, man. I'm a great uncle, bro.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm a great uncle, man. It's like, damn, my nephews is having kids. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn.
I thought you were just saying you're a good uncle, like you.
I'm a real great uncle, dog.
I thought you were just patting yourself on the back.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, bro, you're a great uncle. That's cool.
I'm
That's
a
cool.
great uncle.
And then,
Stop saying it like that. I'm a great uncle.
Yeah, and then
yeah,
you kept talking, and I was like, oh, that's not what.
Yeah, man.
That's not what he meant.
Great uncle, man, and that trips me out. It's like, damn. I'm a great. I still remember when I was fucking 13. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
now
you're
a great uncle.
You're pretty young for a great uncle, I think. Still,
I am. 45 and fly. Still be able to run around with him here the next 10 years.
Yeah. See, so you're a young great uncle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even an uncle.
Not even an uncle yet.
No.
You don't want to get your funkle on, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would like to.
That's what you call it,
I would
man.
like to.
I'm
I would
the
like
funkle.
to be. I would like to be a funkle.
All right.
Yeah, and I mean,
I don't know if anybody's made that up yet, but I just did.
a funkle.
Yeah,
No,
I'm a funkle.
That's definitely a thing.
I'm a funkle. My nieces and nephews know they can run around with me. I'm the only uncle, because I'm the only boy.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I'm an important guy.
So you get to do all the shit that their moms don't want them to do.
Right.
Pretty
right,
much. You
right.
take them all the places their mom don't want them to go.
Exactly.
So how many nieces and nephews you got?
Woo! Well, how am I? 44. My 41-year-old sister's pregnant right now.
Wow.
Yeah. So that'll be 7 for her. My other sister,
Damn.
yeah, she has 6.
7, 6. You have 8.
Yeah.
Damn.
My youngest sister, she has 1. So yeah, I got that many. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. I got that many. How many is that? 17, 14, 18? Yeah, we're up there, bro. Then I got another baby sister in Denver, Colorado, for my biological sister from my dad. She has 2 of her own.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'm deep, man. I got
for real.
nephews everywhere, man. Somebody gonna take care of uncle when I'm old.
Have you ever seen Artificial Intelligence?
The movie?
Yeah, that movie with that little kid.
I haven't. I don't think I have.
Osment. Fuck. I was hoping you had, because that shit is weird.
What's it about?
That shit's weird.
Artificial intelligence. You got my attention.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen Artificial Intelligence. So it's like a Steven Spielberg movie.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, and I was like, it must be pretty good. It won I think it won Academy Awards or whatever, shit like that.
Artificial.
Yeah. So like this company is an artificial intelligence company, and they make this robot that's like a super lifelike kid. But it's an AI. It's an artificial intelligence.
Okay.
And this family adopts it. This company gives it to them, and they adopt it because they had a kid that died around that age.
Okay.
So they kind of replace their kid almost with
Not weird yet.
this little robot kid. I mean, that
Weird, but not weird
okay,
yet.
Okay. So then the kid he has a Pinocchio obsession thing. He wants to be a real boy, you know?
Okay.
It's the whole thing's a metaphor. It's
How new is this movie?
it's pretty old.
Okay.
It's pretty old. Haley Joel Osment, I think, is older than me. In this movie, he's a little kid. But yeah, so he's this robot. He's becoming self-aware. He starts he loves his mom, stuff like that. And then I don't know, it just gets weirder and weirder and weirder from there. And it ends up being about aliens. There's you time travel 2,000 years in the future during this thing.
Keep it coming, dog.
Yeah, and then at the end you still really don't know what happened.
Oh.
You're just what the fuck? And we thought it was me and my wife watched it. We thought it was gonna be over 5 times. It fades to black. We're okay.
One of those.
We're okay, it made sense. That that's cool. The first time it did that, we're that movie was weird. All right, and then it comes back, and now there's aliens, and then it's okay, weird. And then you think it's over again, and then it comes back, and then something weirder happens. So I don't know. I was hoping you had seen it because
it sounds familiar. That I probably did see it, and the reason I asked how old it was.
Yeah, I can look it up.
I'm gonna mention the name again, George Norrie.
Yeah.
Coast to Coast AM, Coast to Coast AM. And this was several years that this episode where he said, if you see it in a movie, by the time you see it in a movie, it's already been done.
Yeah. I'm skeptical of that.
There are some things, not everything,
Right.
but those kinds of movies there, I mean, that's happening today. We got robots, they're trying to,
Yeah.
And that's weird to me because what always happens in the movie, I would have developed feelings. And they kill their people, and they take their bodies back to space. You know what I mean? That's That's the fabrication of Hollywood. But on the same tip, man. Yeah, I remember George Norrie always saying that if you see it in Hollywood, it's already been done. They've already tried it.
Yeah, it's from 2001, a science fiction drama film.
Some unheard of shit in 2001.
Directed by Steven Spielberg. Yeah, the kid's all creepy.
Yeah, that was unheard of. Nobody's imagination was, not me and you,
right,
about artificial intelligence. What was the other one? Will Smith, I, Robot.
iRobot was weird. That movie
was real weird. I didn't like that one.
That movie used to scare me, dude. Their faces. But that was just the graphics or whatever. They looked weird. Yeah. Their faces were scary.
Yeah, that movie freaked me out. And it just, what are they doing? You know what I mean? This ain't just a movie idea. Some guy in a restaurant, I got an idea for a movie. That I don't believe that, man. That takes some whoever whatever to come up with some kind of idea like that about artificial intelligence.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think people are pretty imaginative. I think you can make some shit like that up.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about hybrid people? You hip to that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like literally like people cross with animals or whatever.
No.
Sorry. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Hybrid people.
Yeah, it's not people like literally mixed with animals, but they are figuring out like lizard DNA to like regrow limbs and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, so, a woman now can go in.
Would that count as a hybrid? Like giving like a donated like pig heart instead of a, like a medical procedure like that. Does that count as a hybrid person?
Does it?
I don't know. That's because if so, then I guess hybrid people are real. Because there are people with like animal parts, out there kicking.
Yeah. I think LeBron James is. I think they made LeBron James in a lab.
You think so?
Halfway do. Yeah,
that was milk.
It's milk.
It was big dairy.
Milk and concrete as a kid.
Yeah, all those got milk commercials. He just drank a lot of milk, dude.
Yeah, hybrid people that do just amazing shit.
Look, what are they hybrids with? Like animals? Or what?
That's where I hit my brick wall. It would have to be.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else.
It would have to be. Let's stick some cheetah blood in him and see what he does.
Yeah, what?
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm not a scientist.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that easy.
Put some cheetah blood in him and see how fast he runs. I mean, shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure.
We don't know. Like you said, they're growing ears and fucking fingers and shit now. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
where are we really at with this shit?
I'm sure they've done stuff like that before. Like that seems kind of like, honestly, that seems kind of like some old timey shit to me. Like trying to figure out how to cross animals with people. I think that's something that probably they tried a long time ago and it didn't work.
Well, Hitler.
Yeah,
Hitler was a motherfucker.
Yeah,
man.
he was definitely trying some shit like that. That's what I'm saying. That's like, yeah, that's exactly what I was getting at.
That dude was trying to literally create monsters and shit and send them out there in the forest and shit. Like, wow, yeah. And what was that movie? Hellboy. They said that was loosely based on some of his ideas. I read a book. The guy was trying to find out how to weaponize the weather, bro. Back in the 40s, he was trying to figure that out.
Yeah, that just seems, I don't know. That seems like one of those things that, like, I mean, maybe someday they'll be able to do that, but that seems like, like a real primitive person could probably be like thinking about rain and like, oh, that'd be cool if I could make it rain whenever I wanted. Not even necessarily for like nefarious things, but just for like, wow, that would really help with my crops if I could find a way to make it rain whenever I wanted it to. Like people were probably thinking that like thousands of years ago.
Right.
So.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, my thing is tornadoes. Let's use tornadoes. We're from the Midwest.
Yeah.
Did they have tornadoes in the Middle East?
No.
No?
They had like sandstorms.
Okay.
We got stuck in a sandstorm one time.
Bottle a tornado and send it over there. They don't know what that is. They may run to it. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's the thought I came. I'm like, this dude was thinking about shit like that?
Yeah.
In the 1940s? Wow. Where are we at now?
Yeah, I mean, people have definitely been thinking about it for a long time. I think they could probably figure out how to make it rain or snow or something.
They have, definitely.
Whenever they wanted it to.
They definitely have. And there's the famous JFK speech. If not, what you do for your country, that one.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah.
Well, there's a back end to that speech where he says, and I don't remember it verbatim, but I'll put it in my words, where in so many years we'll be able to manipulate the weather. He said that in his North Carolina accent.
He's from Boston. I was about to say, I like your Boston accent.
Was he Boston or was that Boston?
He was Boston.
Shout out to Boston. Shout out to Boston.
I think he was a Boston dude.
He might have been.
I think
he was somewhere on that East Coast. I thought he was from I might be thinking Jimmy Carter.
Let me see. Yeah.
But either way, the guy said that in the 60s. In some years, we'll be able to manipulate the weather. Mm-hmm. Not control it, no.
I think there's a place that's already doing it.
Yeah, somewhere.
I think like in Dubai or something. There's some.
They say there's several of these machines.
I
Two of them are over there, and the rest are spread out
Now I'm thinking about it. I feel like I read an article a while ago about like a city where like it rains every Thursday.
You're right. I did too.
Something.
Yeah, it's somewhere over there. Of course, where they got them, because Dubai is a fabricated island.
The entire place is man-made.
Yeah, where no weather. They probably have no weather naturally. But there was a video I watched several years ago. I think they were either in Mississippi or Louisiana, and it was a cloud machine, rain machine.
Yeah,
massive, massive, massive structure. The dude was actually probably nowhere near, and it was still massive in the background. And it just, he had noise canceling equipment on and everything, just loud, and just clouds, man. Clouds so huge, man. And he said, in 6 hours, it will be raining in Louisiana. So they get in the car, get to Louisiana, sure as shit, torrential downpour. They've been manipulating the weather. They've been doing that. I think that's probably elementary to them at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a reason. I mean, and I'm no weatherman, but in the past 10, 12 years, bro, it's like storms of getting faster, stronger, and bigger, like an athlete.
Yeah. Do you think that's a climate change thing?
Yeah. Most definitely. I do. I firmly believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see why it's hard for anybody to believe in that. Yeah. We are damaging our earth.
Yeah, for sure.
And the Northwest heat. I mean, not even just in Cali, man. Everywhere.
Yeah, I saw pictures of like houses melting,
cars melting. I'm like, whoa, bro, that's crazy. Last week we had 8 days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it being hot as a kid, but not 110 degrees in June yet. Not yet. That was crazy. That was almost overwhelming, man. That shit hurt. But it helped our garden, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real. Then those houses in Portland, because they built those like a long time ago, and the high every year was like 70 degrees. Yep. So these houses like aren't even built to withstand the shit.
Yeah, I saw that shit.
Yeah. So what like conspiracy theories are you like 100% behind? Like that's it. That's what happened.
I got a couple actually.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. And my first one, and I kind of hate to admit it. No, I don't. No, I don't. Is the flat Earth theory. And I kind of want to give, my whole take on it. When people say flat, they imagine like a dime.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that. It's not that flat. You dig what I'm saying? It's not. I don't think. And as long as I resisted on watching this movie, when I watched this movie, I said that's what flat Earth. That's in my mind what flat Earth is.
Right.
It's not flat pancake. It's not a flat dime. Or if you even chop a basketball in half, a flat basketball in half, and you kind of cave it in.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it, but I wish I had a better way to explain it, and I probably shouldn't have admitted that out loud yet.
Yeah, but you do think it's flat.
Not flat. It's hard to explain.
I was gonna say like you're 100% behind this one.
Not 100% yet.
This is one of the hills you'll die on.
Not yet.
Okay.
I ain't quite to the top of the hill on it yet.
Okay.
And I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. But there's a word in the Bible, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And I've read several Bibles, front to back. And this word is in them several times.
Okay.
And it's the firmament. And me being the guy that I am, I'm going to stop reading right now. Mm-hmm. If I don't know that word, I'm from the old school. You go grab that thesaurus, that dictionary, that whatever, and we research this word because I might want to use it in a conversation later.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Uh-huh. So I look up firmament. And if you look up the word firmament, it means dome.
Okay.
Dome. So maybe the plane, the earth that we're on is the bottom of it's round. We live on the flat plane. and then we have a round dome around us, which would be round, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's what I mean.
Okay.
That's the first time I ever broke that down to myself like that.
Yeah, that is.
That
is what.
That's what it says
means.
in the Bible, bro.
But I mean, the Bible, like.
And then there's that. You know what I mean?
I want to be careful.
You know what I mean?
Obviously, I want to be careful and respectful about how I say this.
Yeah, you try to throw the Bible at an elder and like, you can't take it that literal. I'm like, well, what the fuck? Why you told me to? Yeah. So then there's that. But like I said, I've read I've studied, several different religions. That's all in there. It's in the Quran. It's in the Torah. It's Old Testament, it's in there. It's in there several times. The word firmament, man, and I'm like, and that was years ago when I read that, and the word came about again, and I'm like, oh, that's what that means.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, the bottom half of it may be round, and we live on the flat plane with some mountains. You know what I mean? It's not flat again. It's
right.
You know what I mean? Probably concave.
Yeah. Hey, I can't really even argue with you.
Then. And I never did get to watch the show. I don't know why I didn't watch it. They come up with a show called The Dome. You remember that show?
Mm-mm.
You don't remember that show?
No. What it was?
They kind of, when they show shit like that, it's like they snatch it off, bro. Because it was the firmament, man. It was everything I read in the Bible about the firmament. I can't remember the name of that guy, bald guy. He played in Breaking Bad. He was the detective, the brother-in-law in Breaking Bad, the bald guy.
The minerals guy?
Yeah, he was the star. He was the star of the show. It was probably 4, 5, 6 years ago. But yeah, I mean, and then again, George Norrie, if you see it on TV, it's already been done.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, I want to say that I have all these reasons that it's a globe for sure, but I can't really prove it either.
What's your conspiracy theory? Stop it, tell me.
Well, I mean, we already talked about this one, but I mean, the CIA definitely invented crack. And distributed it. We've already talked about that one. I'm 100% behind that one.
200% behind that one.
Yeah, that one's like all but confirmed.
200% behind that one. And I don't know if I ever expressed it. I know we're some amazing people. I mean, 2 heads are better than 1, 3's better than 2. But especially 3 homies in the hood, man. Ain't nobody concocting no scientific fucking, bro, if we put ice in here and, you know what I mean? Nah, man, ain't nobody from the hood coming up with that recipe, man. That was definitely a governmental lab.
Yeah. So I'm behind that one for sure.
Yeah.
I kind of think that the government does have like some UFOs at Area 51 that they've been working on for a long time.
I'm with you there.
Like I've watched some documentaries and stuff about that, which, I mean, whatever, but...
Anytime you go at any length to keep somebody out of something, any length.
Well, there's that guy. Did you see that guy? He was on the Joe Rogan podcast. That's why I started listening to the podcast, actually.
The guy that was in Arrest the Gate?
I don't remember that. But the guy, like, he was like a scientist, and he did something cool, and, like, the government recruited him to come work at Area 51 because he made like a jet engine for his car or something.
Okay.
And he was just driving it around in New Mexico. So the government recruited him to come work on stuff, like, secret stuff. And then, so he worked on a bunch of stuff. I'm not even going to try to talk about what all of it is, but it's all real. Like, you can tell he's like a scientist, like he's like describing things like really detailed.
Using that language.
Yeah, using that language, and he's like he's like describing things that you can't even like picture with your head. But the words he's saying are kind of making sense. Like, they have like he's talking about these like anti-gravity
matter-of-factly
devices and stuff. Yeah, right. Like he was there, and he was describing all this stuff, and people were calling him crazy. And then like 30 years down the road, the government declassified a bunch of stuff, and it was like, oh, this is exactly what this guy was talking about. So there's some stuff that has been verified true, and I don't remember the guy's name. Sorry, but there's some stuff that was verified true already. So like, why wouldn't you believe the rest of what he says? But anyway, so when he was done doing that, he started talking, and like the government like tried to like erase him, like the school that he got his PhD from. All of a sudden, they had no record of him ever being there. Like his birth certificate was gone. Like, and if the government is doing that to you, well,
I'm
obviously they give a fuck about what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like if you're just some crazy person talking nonsense, they're not gonna Like they're not gonna care.
Exactly. When that guy comes up missing, you gotta roll. You gotta know.
Yeah, and I think that's why he started talking more, because then if he goes missing, it'll be really public.
Exactly. And again, George Norrie, he ends every night if you don't hear from me tomorrow, they got me. It's like, what?
Yeah, they take that shit serious. But
they take it real serious.
Yeah, like employers were like, oh yeah, you never worked here. And he's like, yeah, I did. Like he's calling his school, trying to get a copy of his degree. They're like, we've never heard of you.
And again, this book I'm reading, I'm not going to give the name of the book because it's still fairly controversial. But basically, it says in there in the part that they can create a whole different identity for you in 5 minutes.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the government definitely can do it.
They can wipe all your shit out and make you somebody else in 5 minutes.
Yeah, because they have.
I was like, holy shit.
And
It's gonna be convincing. That's what scared me. Like, well, yeah, nobody's gonna question it.
Well, like the government's doing it.
You know what I mean? Like, no. Yesterday you were Chuck, and tomorrow you're Ed.
Like it's a legit. You got a legit new social security number. You're a new person.
New house, new wife. Yeah. I'm like, wow. And I'm reading this in this book. Like, damn, man. And
well, that's like what like witness protection and shit. Like so they already do that for a legit reason.
A program that's been in place probably since the 50s.
Yeah,
50s or 60s.
And they've been doing that for longer than it was legit to do it.
I mean, I got so many questions on that witness protection program, and that's one I've always questioned. Like, where are they really putting these? Who are these people? Where are they really put? What kinds of positions?
I think that's the point, though.
That's the point.
Is that you don't know.
You don't know. It's
so
like,
if they told you, that would kind of.
This dude was running a fucking ring or whatever, and now he's CEO downtown on top of a building. You know what I mean? It's like, God damn, man.
I don't know if they put him in shit like that.
You don't think?
No.
Like, I mean, think about a guy that's.
I think they get real.
Like I'll use Freeway Ricky Ross. This dude was making $5 million a day.
Well, see, and that's why I think they don't put him in like spots like because people will know him.
Yeah.
If he pops up and he's the CEO of Blockbuster or some shit, people are gonna be like, "That's Highway Ricky Ross."
Right.
So I think that would kind of defeat the purpose too. I think they take pretty low key jobs.
Yeah.
I bet the government pays them too.
Exactly.
I bet they get a check.
Yeah, you're gonna some hush money at least.
Yeah.
I mean, at least hush money, because who's to say shit? I didn't do any time for the 18 murders I did, and now I'm living in fucking North Platte, Nebraska. Why not start business again?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, what they gonna do to me?
That's true. Yeah, I don't know. And then
I've always wondered about that witness protection program.
Well, then what's like? How does that legally work? Like then you get tried for a crime, but you're a new person. So
you see where I'm going with it, right? Yeah, like I'm a whole new dude now.
Yeah. So you commit a crime after you get witness protection, then
that was part of my deal, right?
That would be. If you wanted to do that, I guess. If you wanted to go through all that trouble to get put in witness protection just to do more crime.
I've always wondered about witness protection.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. They definitely use it for some shady stuff. For sure. Sometimes people disappear.
I said, disappear, just straight disappear.
Yeah.
I mean, you got dudes that were making $250 million a day doing this, doing that, and you gonna go take him and put him in a desert somewhere where he has 3 neighbors? No, they're gonna use that fucker. Mm-hmm. They're gonna use him. I would.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I still have a criminal mind.
Yeah, a little bit apparently. Like, how can witness protection help me do more stuff?
Yeah, I'm like, what can I do from here? I don't know. That's just the way I am. I root for the bad guy when I watch the cop shows sometimes. I'm like, run that way, bro. Run that way. They ain't down there. I catch myself doing that sometimes. Yeah. But I'm human. It's all good.
Yeah. So the firmament thing. So where you at on the moon landing?
Ooh, wait. The moon landing.
Yeah. Because if the world's a dome, then
again, I'll use the Bible, and I don't go verbatim. I'm not a Bible thumper. Right. I don't know chapter 6 verse 9. I don't know that. I know the stories.
You got the gist.
You know what I mean?
You got the spark notes.
I know the stories, and one particular story in there. How did he basically saying God allows no one to leave Earth unless he is taking them.
Hmm.
You understand? I mean, I believe maybe we can get, and again, I'm no scientist, I'm no astronaut, maybe there's 9-10 miles outside of the atmosphere we can go. And we can take some pictures and we can get pictures of the moon or whatever. But I really don't believe there's a man-made machine that we can actually go that far and they make it there and then let alone back home. I've always had a hard time. And here we are, 2021. I mean, we got all this technology.
Yeah.
We should be living on that fucking thing by now.
Well,
we should have been living on the moon probably 20 years ago.
Well, the moon landing was like a Cold War thing.
It was
more than anything.
I'm better than you.
Yeah, like nobody even really gave a fuck.
And that's the thing about it.
Well, then NASA never got any money ever again.
Right.
So
broke them.
So yes,
that broke them.
Well, they like established NASA like just to get to the moon, and then it's like, okay, so that's over.
What now?
Yeah. So they just wanted to get there first.
Yeah.
But there was only like 60 years between the first like Orville Wilbur like flight,
right,
and people going to the moon,
right. And then there's that.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I think that's a pretty cool human accomplishment.
It is. Yeah. It is. And like your teacher said, who's in the moon ain't made of cheese.
Yeah,
I don't know why you can't really prove it, but yeah, I don't think. And I'm watching the interview where they said, and this is where I call bullshit, where they said they lost the technology to be able to get back to the moon. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Well, do they mean lost, or do they just mean like it came back and it doesn't work? Like it was a one-time use thing.
It might have been that,
and then they just didn't have the money to
It might have been that,
like the government didn't give them.
And it was an older
$100
video.
billion.
It might have been.
So was it like lost, or was it like it was destroyed?
I took it as destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that might have been what he was talking about. It might have been destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, I mean,
yeah.
Where we're at with shit now.
Yeah, I mean they could
and the moon is what closest to us. We should
I guarantee if they wanted to get to the moon like by the end of the week they probably could.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Honestly,
I
really think they could.
Definitely try. And like I said, I'm no Bible thumper. I don't want to quote, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in there it says nobody's allowed to leave unless God himself brings you up. There was another word I can't remember that. The top. I can't remember what. I'll remember it next show maybe. But yeah, that's what it said in there.
Okay.
The only way you're allowed to leave the atmosphere or the earth is if he, you know what I mean? I'm like, probably can't take that so literal, but I don't know. When was the last time we landed on the moon? What was it, 72?
It was like 60s, I think, even. Let me see. But Buzz Aldrin to punch you right in the face.
Yeah, he'd kick your ass. He was about to assault that little 8-year-old little girl. Who brought you here? Who sent you? I was like, holy shit, man. Yeah.
Yeah, China's talking about going to the moon and building like a base. And as soon as China started talking about it, we were like, okay, so we'll go too.
And then what old boy talking about Space Force? A lot of people laughed at that.
Mm-hmm.
And now we
I think that'd be cool. I guess the last moon mission was 1972.
72, yeah. Which was who? Who were those? Who were those guys?
Apollo 17 was the mission number. Harrison Schmitt, Ronald Evans, Eugene Cernan. Yeah, I've never heard of those guys.
Nobody's ever heard of these guys.
Never heard of them.
And so some of them might still be alive then. They're probably still alive.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
At least some of them.
We need to talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people do. I'm sure people do all the time.
We need to talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, Buzz Aldrin's still alive. And he'll tell you.
Yeah, he'll tell you. He'll definitely tell you some shit. You might even be prepared to fight with that dude, man.
Yeah, he'll tell you it was real. So, is that...
Those are some of the people I would love to talk about, like all the military pilots with the UFO shit going on right now. Man, you can't discredit those people.
Yeah, so I mean, like Buzz Aldrin saying he's been to the moon, is that good enough for you?
You got me on that one.
Yeah,
you got me on that one.
Because he was in the Air Force and stuff. You know, he was a pilot.
Yeah.
So if you can't discredit them, then you can't.
Yeah.
Then you can't discredit them.
But if you were giving me millions of dollars and hookers and cocaine for the rest of my life, I would stick to the story. Yeah, I'd stick to the story. Yeah, man, I went. Yeah, you got me on that one.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
And he's sticking to it, too.
Seems like a trustworthy dude. And he literally will beat your ass.
He'll beat your ass if you ask him.
if you try to tell him it wasn't real, he will beat your ass.
I don't want old boy running up on me, man. So, we went. Yeah, we went.
Okay.
Yeah, we went.
Yeah, easy.
Fuck it.
Yeah, that one I can give back.
I ain't going.
What other conspiracies are on your radar right now? I can't even think of a ton of them. You stay on top of them more than I do.
And like I said, I've been in so many rabbit holes, and the chemtrail thing, and a lot of people laughed at it, and so to the point where I hate using.
Yeah, I mean that's when I'm kind of 50-50 on that one.
Well, and again, we used to do the paper route, like I said, and we were in a rural part, not rural, just underdeveloped part of Lincoln still yet, right? I mean, it was dark. There were no street lights. We had to have mag light, police flashlights. It was that dark out there. I thought it was a Great Dane running around, but it was a deer. That's how country it was, right? Okay. So we could see, like I've never, still to this day, since that paper route, never seen the stars like I did when I did that paper route. And it was at 3 o'clock in the morning, bro. And I would look forward, the wife and I, to getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, not for the paper route, but just so we could look up in the sky. Yeah. I mean, just stars on, just layers of them, man. And you see shit. And one night I see this plane, and I'm like, and the you got your contrails and your chemtrails, and I thought it was odd because it was going like straight across the moon. And I'm like, damn, that's a hell of a view. Yeah, I can actually see that. So paper route would take us about an hour. We'd get it done real quick. And I look up at the moon, and it's still there. Even an hour later after we get done with the paper route, I'm like, that's weird. I'm paying no mind. Maybe the next night, next week, or whatever, I start seeing these X's, like big X's, man, in the sky. I'm talking X after X after X in a row. Well, what the fuck is that? That's weird. I'm like, damn, and I'm not really
like made it like cloud X's.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like cloud X's. So I'm like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah,
kind of scary.
It's kind of weird.
I'm like, what the fuck is that shit, right? And I'm not really tech savvy, you know what I mean? So I go home and I try to surf the net. I really don't find anything yet, because I think that term was still in its infancy. So I dig and I dig and I dig and I dig and I come up on Vietnam.
Yeah, Agent Orange.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, wow.
Yeah, that's why chemtrails is kind of one of the ones that I'm like I don't think they do it, but I wouldn't be too if I found out they did, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, just kind of back down on why they do it. And again, I don't know the language, I don't know the terminology, but I think it has a lot to do with our heat, our weather. That's the weather manipulation.
You think they're making it hotter?
They're putting nanoparticles into our atmosphere. That's the reason we're seeing metal particles in the brains of dementia patients, bro. Breathing that shit in. And some people react to it in different ways. Yeah. Like right now, we have a bunch of respiratory. I mean, I have, may you rest in peace. I had a very young, in shape, not overweight at all kid die in his sleep a couple years ago. No apparent. I mean, he had some asthma, but no apparent reason.
Is that one of them bad carts? Maybe. Remember when those bad carts were going around? People were making those weed carts in their basements.
And everything. I pondered everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even when they burned the fields down in Kansas and shit. I pondered everything. But I'm just like, damn, what if?
Yeah, because a couple years ago there was like kids just dropping dead.
But
they were smoking them those counterfeit weed carts.
Yeah, and who knows if that wasn't a governmental thing. We just don't know. And
maybe
then they put the scare into us about them. But as I dig up on Vietnam, and I'm like, what are they? What? So I Agent Orange, to kill the vegetation.
Yeah.
To fight an easier war, and our boys were down there too. And they're still having...
Yeah, those fucking dudes up.
Yeah, it was fucking our boys up. Not all our boys came back addicted to drugs, man. They came back fucked up from that shit. You know what I mean? And they're still having deformities in the country of Vietnam to this day.
Yep.
So I'm like, you can laugh at me on the flat earth one. But the chemtrail one, man, you gotta really, really dig deep on that, man.
And I mean and again, that's another reason I wouldn't be surprised, because they've done stuff like that before.
You familiar with the HARP weapon?
No.
I think they have one in either West Coast of Nebraska or it's in Canada, Western Canada somewhere. And I don't even know where to begin to explain that to you. It's a weather manipulator too, creating storms and and shit like that. It's really dark, bro. It's really dark. It's really dark. And
yeah, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, man. Check out it's HAARP.
HAARP.
HARP weapon.
HARP. Isn't AARP isn't that the old people shit?
I ain't getting that yet.
The ultimate weapon of conspiracy. Let's see. One of the most controversial projects ever undertaken by U.S. government. Let's see what it says. Oh.
Yeah.
This says something about mind control.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
MK Ultra.
Yeah, that's legit too.
That's legit, man.
I don't think it went anywhere, but they tried. They tried.
It didn't. They tried.
They tried real hard.
Like which we can get on.
Like that's not even a conspiracy anymore. That's
no. Well, the shootings, bro.
It's confirmed.
I mean, I know we have some mentally disabled people out here, but
yeah.
I mean, you know the numbers, man, and it's crazy how many shootings we've had. I mean, you got to wrap your mind around it. You got to who's to say that person's mind isn't being controlled? Like we said, every time something sketchy happens, there's always that guy that comes, shoots in the window of the bakery, and runs away with his hood on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Who's to say they ain't putting regular Joe up to this? I mean, it's crazy. I mean, the violence in Chicago. I mean, have you seen the prosthetics that they're making now?
No.
Bro, you can turn yourself into a black guy. And walk through the hood and ain't nobody gonna question.
Oh, as far as like makeup, I thought you were talking about
ain't makeup. It's a full
like a mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were talking like prosthetic.
Got your headpiece,
legs,
your chest piece.
Yeah, I've seen
arms,
I've seen
your
those.
fingers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen those super
and this is
realistic
just
things.
again. This is just what I think. I don't believe the violence in Chicago is all us, man. And while we're on conspiracies. And maybe they wipe this video off of YouTube. I'm looking at my list right now. I see a lot of my videos are deleted. But there was a check cashing place in Chicago. And there was a black lady, couple bros standing in there. And a guy reaches in, and you see his black arm. Just empties the whole clip, bro. And goes to, run and pull his arm out. And the camera caught the prosthetic where the door piece right there, the little jam thing.
Yeah.
Pulled it. And you could see his white skin.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
I mean,
I wouldn't be too surprised. There's probably just like it's happened in the past. There's just like racists who like will pretend to be a black dude and then go commit a crime.
Yeah.
It doesn't even necessarily have to be like a official government project. Like there's just people out there.
Well, yeah. That's the scary fucking shit about it.
There's people out there that are just doing that just for the fuck of it already.
That's the scary shit about it. Yeah, but it's hard for me to think that we just walking around Chicago just busting each other like that. I mean, back in the day, man, if we saw you with your mom or your kids or something, it's an automatic pass. Mm-hmm. I mean, there was nothing where I was just gonna run up on homie when he with his daughter or his mom, or let alone start shooting. You know what I mean? I really don't believe that. And with the how sensitive things are today, and like you said, you got those racist dudes out there that are taking advantage of this shit right now, man. And they're driving through neighborhoods and randomly shooting and shit.
Mm-hmm. There was 2 drive-bys in Lincoln on the 4th.
I saw that, man. Damn.
I think that's pretty new. I don't really remember shit like that ever happening.
That's pretty new, man. And both of us born and raised here. I mean, there's been some shit that's happened here, but Lincoln's it's always something we always took pride in. With Lincoln and Omaha, always having that beef. That 50-mile marker beef. You know what I mean? We always would say, well, we got these. We use these down here.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember gang fights, and that one dude ends up pulling a gun out, and he ends up getting his ass whooped anyway. and somebody takes the gun to the pawn shop. What are we gonna do with? We don't need this. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's crazy. That's happening in Lincoln now, man. Because it was never a thing to where we felt like I'm gonna go get my gun and I'm gonna shoot your house up.
Yeah, I mean,
you're here right now.
That shit just didn't seem worth it either.
It's not worth it, man. And it's, you don't know who you might have. And luckily, they didn't hit nobody, but you don't know who you. Man, it's
and like nobody needs to die for any of the shit that's going on.
That's going on with your little punk ass. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Why are you gonna put somebody else in your punk ass shit? And it's almost always, and I hate to even I say it jokingly, but it's almost always you got your little ass whooped.
Yeah,
in front of the homies.
Yeah,
in front of the honeys over here.
Yeah, the guns are an equalizer, man.
You know what I mean? In your little punk ass pride.
Yeah, like you kicked my ass, but that don't matter when I'm packing.
And that's what it is. That's what it is. That's nobody wants to fight no more, man. Nobody.
Yeah.
Let's go get that gun and let's jeopardize lives that ain't got shit to do with just happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's I don't agree with that at all. At all.
No, me neither. But it seems like every year it's getting a little worse and a little worse and a little worse.
Yeah. And there was an article on Lincoln Journal-Star the other day, and I gotta kind of watch what I say on there, man.
I know. I see you commenting on.
Man,
stuff,
I be going raw on these motherfuckers, man. But like we said, nobody wants that truth anymore, man. And, and somebody said Lincoln's getting like Omaha and Chicago, and I'm like, okay, first of all, shit happens in Omaha.
Yeah,
Omaha's a real metropolitan city. But take your ass to Compton. Take your ass to Dallas. Take your ass to the Bronx. Go to Broward County, Miami, where there's 7 murders in an hour.
Yeah, I've never been worried for my safety.
I've been to Compton. I've been to Watts. I've been to all that. And I thought I was Billy Badass back, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
This shit is real.
Yeah, I've never been walking around Lincoln, Nebraska, like worried about.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always came the fuck back home, bro.
Right.
I'm like, oh, I'm good. There's a serial killer running around. We've never had a serial killer in Lincoln. Oh, I'm packing my bags.
We did have that. Yeah, we had that one. What was his name? Redhead dude.
Oh yeah. Starkweather.
Yeah,
I went to school with some of them, bro.
Really?
Yeah. I went to school with 3 of them.
What were they like?
I remember one girl, and she was half black, but she had the red hair still. That red hair, man, went down the chain in that family. Her name was Freedom, man. She was beautiful.
Freedom Starkweather.
Well, she didn't go by.
Yeah, probably not.
Starkweather. The other 2 did, though.
Yeah, I would imagine you get tired of hearing that shit.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I don't even know if there's any of them left in Lincoln anymore. Yeah, they were cool. I mean, we played with them.
Yeah.
I mean, our moms didn't say stay away from her or anything. I think my mom even knew a couple of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they lived in the neighborhood. They were from the north side.
Yeah, so I think that's the only one though.
Yeah.
Do you guys watch like true crime documentaries and shit?
I do.
Over at your house?
I do.
Oh yeah, we watch the shit out of those. My wife watches videos where these girls like do their makeup and they talk about some horrible crime that was committed.
Damn, no, what?
While they do their makeup for like the day, like
really?
They put their makeup on, yeah.
Are they cops?
No. They just research them online, but it's actually like a pretty big thing. These makeup and like true crime things. There's like a bunch of people doing them. They're getting like millions of views.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, so they just talk about some like horrible shit that happened, and then at the end they're like, "And this is my makeup for the day."
That's that's a catch right there. Get it, girl. Whatever gets it for you, man. That sounds interesting. I might have to watch that shit. I do watch that shit, man. And I go.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
I go so far as to after I watch it, I'll go research that shit.
Yeah. And speaking of blaming shit on black dudes, that happens all the time in these things.
It does.
Like this white lady like murders her kids, and she's like, "Oh, a black dude came and stole my car." And
The lady that drove her car into the lake instead of black.
Dude, that's exactly the one I'm talking about.
That one, I was like,
and did you see how they got her? Did you see how they tripped? The dude's like, well, we have camera footage, and there's no black dude in the camera footage. There was no camera. But she broke immediately, just like tears. I fucking did it. All they said was, we have camera footage, and she was like, fuck.
I say that about cops all the time, man. People
they
have to tell you the truth. No, the fuck they don't.
No, they don't.
They don't have to tell you the truth. They can lie to you, man, and most of them will lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have to tell the truth.
Yeah, if they think it'll get a confession, they'll
it's
lie
always
to
a
you.
black guy. One thing a black guy ain't gonna do. A couple things a black guy ain't gonna do. Shout out to Dave Chappelle, classic show. I'm not about to kidnap a white woman, and I'm damn sure not about to drive the car into the water, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man, they're just some things. Stereotype. Here we go again.
Yeah, dude, but that shit.
Things that ain't. Nah, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, that shit happens all the
All
time.
the time. They blame the brothers, man, and I don't know. That's just like I said. It's just I hate that. That's just something you kind of learn to fucking live around, man. That I potentially may be blamed.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
So instead of standing over there, I'm gonna just fucking go outside.
Yeah, I mean, well, not even potentially maybe blamed. Like, you got a murder charge.
You know what I mean?
For some shit that you weren't involved in.
It's like, damn, it was that easy for y'all to just say,
yeah, he did it.
He did it. That, damn. And,
yeah, like that shit already happened to you, man.
And to kill your kids and use the brother, man. Yeah. That really fucks me up, man. And there's so many instances where it was the black guy.
Yeah, well, and Casey Anthony kind of did that shit too, but she did it to a Mexican lady.
Yeah, to a Mexican lady.
My Mexican babysitter took him. And this lady didn't even exist. The cops were running around looking for this lady that doesn't even exist.
Didn't they arrest that lady? I think they kind of roused her up.
I have no idea. She just made up a name. She just made up a Mexican lady name.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think they even roused a Mexican lady.
Like this babysitter didn't even exist, but this white lady said the Mexican lady stole her baby. And the cops are running around.
Looking for the black guy.
Shit's weird. This shit's weird. And then another one that my wife was listening to, this dude was murdering. He was like exclusively murdering like black chicks because he knew the cops wouldn't be that interested.
Man,
that shit's fucked up, man.
Yeah, that was a big thing in the 70s.
Yeah, that's when it was from. Yeah, he was murdering black girls because the cops like didn't investigate him at all.
I remember that. Then there was Jeffrey Dahmer. I think most of his victims were gay black men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all of them were gay black men. And it's like, damn, dog, what the fuck?
Yeah, he got like 60 of those motherfuckers before anybody even found him.
Man, woo!
I don't know. That might not be the right number.
Probably more, dog. Shit. We ain't going to take nothing from it. We're going to add to it, if anything. Damn, I remember that. That was in the 90s, man. And that was, what was that, in Wisconsin?
Yeah,
Minnesota or
some
something?
shit like that. Man, my search history is getting weird. It's like, is the Earth a dome? How many people did Jeffrey Dahmer kill?
You got I gave you some homework. Oh, yeah.
He only killed 17 people that we know of.
Let's round that up to the nearest 10th.
Yeah.
What would that be? 27?
Yeah.
Let's do some elementary math. What would that be?
20 or 30.
20 or 30? Let's say 30.
Yeah.
And was grubbing and was eating them, bro.
Yeah, that shit was fucked up. So my wife watches these videos. These girls are like,
that's
putting their makeup on. Like,
you're gonna have to send me that link, man. I want to watch that.
Yeah, so Jeffrey Dahmer plucked his eyeballs out and then cut his face off.
I want to watch that. Like, yeah, I want to watch that. Send me that link,
and
man.
Then they're just like, this is the blush I'm using. So Jeffrey Dahmer killed 17 people.
I want to see that. I gotta watch that.
Hey, I like them, dude.
I gotta stick mine too sometimes.
I like them when we're laying down for bed. I'm like, hey, put a video on.
Put that on, right?
Put a video on, and because I need the noise. My ears ring like a motherfucker.
What y'all watching right now? We watching Black Summer.
What's that?
Woo, man!
We're watching Friends.
Friends, that's dope. Yeah. I got a story to tell about Friends, but it's a, I don't want to call it a zombie movie, but it's a zombie movie, and I don't know if it's the way it's shot, but it's like somebody's doing it on their iPhone. You know what I mean? And and I know a lot of people say that, but it looks like they're running around Lincoln. And it's the apocalypse.
Yeah.
You know, the end of the world.
Standard stuff.
All of that standard stuff, man. But I think it's just the way that it's shot that makes it look so realistic to me, man.
Yeah. And is that on Netflix or something?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It's called Black Summer. I think Jake, the new black guy, Jake from State Farm, I think it's him in it. I could be wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he finally got a deal. we might get another Jake here soon. Yeah, man, it's real. And I've never watched The Walking Dead, but I'm thinking about watching that now.
Yeah, I think The general I've never watched it either, but I think the general consensus on that is it should have been over a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say that the first season is the only good season.
Yeah. And that's the thing, man. Me and my wife, we just talked about that. We never finish.
You know?
Nah, because...
So you need some one-season shows. Me and my wife just watched this one called Daybreak on Netflix. It's like another zombie thing, but it's like some shit happened and only people over 18 got turned into zombies.
Oh, shit. That sounds like some Children of the Corn shit.
Yeah, so shit gets weird, but it was pretty funny. It's like a comedy mostly, but it was
like
pretty
the
good.
end of the world?
Yeah.
Is it like that?
Yeah.
That fucking movie is classic. I could watch that movie over and over and over. James Franco and all them dudes.
Yeah.
You ever seen that one? End
Oh,
of
yeah.
the World?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Apparently James Franco is out here sexually assaulting people, though, because he just paid like a $2 million settlement.
I did see that. And
Seth Rogen says he's never going to work with that motherfucker ever again.
can't, and this Bill Cosby thing, as we talk about this,
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
pops up on my
Dude,
screen.
he's talking about going back on tour.
Look here, man.
I don't think it's safe. Bill Cosby.
We might get some backlash on this, but I welcome it. I'm not rooting for homeboy.
Yeah, I mean,
I ain't
it wasn't even like he didn't get let off because he was
It ain't because he's not guilty, because he's innocent. I mean,
Yeah, he got let off on a technicality somewhere. I don't even understand.
well,
what
I'm
happened.
trying to explain this to everybody, and I've only done one of these because I was so desperate in beating the habitual criminal that I actually went through with one of these, and it's called a deposition, which is like it's like a mini trial before the trial.
Yeah.
Where the prosecutor's basically going to decide what he wants to do, if he's going to do anything. You know what I'm saying? So you go in there and you kind of, it's a mock trial. You got your top two witnesses. You may have several, but you want your top two in there, and you give your deposition. Now, never have I had a deposition where I've had to use my Fifth Amendment right. Because usually, I did it and I'm like, fuck it, I don't, whatever.
Right.
But his deposition he did under his Fifth Amendment right, which means, what do they, in court formally, they will say, I plead my Fifth Amendment right on the grounds that it may incriminate me. And they'll grant that. Okay? They granted him that.
Yeah. So
Which means they should have never prosecuted him.
Yeah.
That's all that means. That's all it means. It doesn't mean he's innocent. What it really means is the prosecutor fucked up.
Yeah, that's it. He got out because.
But
Yeah.
and this is where I don't pick a side. You gotta look at both sides here. A lot of these women, he put through college. A lot of these women,
I mean,
became millionaires.
I mean, yeah.
I feel you. I see you. I see you. I'm with you.
Yeah.
And I'll say this. I have 4 sisters, okay? And the way that they were raised by my mother and by my father, and then with me polishing them off as a brother, you're not going to fucking touch my sister and she wait 30 years. If she can, she's going to fucking kill you right there.
Yeah.
And she's going to call me and we're going to get rid of your body.
Yeah, but I mean,
never gonna wait. She's not gonna wait 5 minutes.
But Bill Cosby's like a powerful dude.
There's that.
So it's
you know what I mean. So I'm like, damn,
like you can't do anything to Bill Cosby at that point. Like he's a superstar.
Exactly. And that was my initial thought. Like, oh, this motherfucker paid his way out.
Yeah.
Because he is a billionaire.
Yeah, tons of times.
You know what I mean? Over.
Tons of times, guaranteed, and nobody's
right.
gonna do anything to him because it's, he's gonna be able to hire Johnny Cochran or whoever.
And we'll go back on the Tupac thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you go to court, they'll say you're looking at 10 years and or $100,000 fine. It doesn't always mean this, but if you have that $100,000 in a briefcase on the table, you can give it to him and walk out of there. That's what that means.
That's what.
I can pay the fine today.
Yeah, it says or. So
yeah, I got $100,000 right now, Judge, and we can walk out of here. So if you got $100,000 in your pocket walking in here, yeah, you're gonna probably walk out of here. Even if you just grease the judge's palm, you know what I mean? However you do it, money can get you out of some shit. Really, you don't have to be a celebrity. You know what I mean? If you got enough money, you gonna walk up out of this shit.
Did you see the pictures of Bill Cosby walking out of jail?
I did.
You remember what he looked like when he went in there?
Yeah.
He looked decrepit as fuck. Looked like he had cataracts in both eyes. Could barely walk. And he sure fucking walked out of there, dude. Yeah.
He do that day. Yeah. We call that the game. We call that bucking the system.
Yeah.
You bucking the system a little bit. That's all that is. Yeah. I've been in prison, bro, and I've seen guys get woken up out of their cell and get kicked out because they get so old. You know, I knew a guy, I won't say his name, real high profile guy in Omaha, but he was a hitman, you know, and a lot of people think hitman, they just go serve bullets. No, a lot of hitmen take bullets. A lot of hitmen take those blades, you know what I mean? He was just shredded. The guy was just tore up, you know, and God damn, bro, how are you still alive? Every other day he would fall out. He would have to go to the hospital.
Damn.
Be gone for a month. Would come back. Fall. Just you're like, dude. You know, you're like, go ahead and die, man. I mean, shit. You'll be free tomorrow. Okay. Shit, it's okay, man. They kicked him out.
Fuck.
This is a hitman. Still had, I think, you know, nobody really knew how much time he had, but 40s, 50s. He was gonna die in there. He was supposed to.
They're like, don't die here. Get the fuck out.
Get out of here.
Don't die out there.
Probably, I don't know how much, but the guy was so far gone. I'm gonna say 50, 100 grand a pop surgeries.
Fuck.
Yeah, you gotta go. One guy, cancer so bad, you could smell him.
Shit.
You
like
know what
festering.
I mean? Yeah, you can smell it. They kicked him out, man. I watched it. I was like, holy shit, man. Yeah, there's guys that buck the system, and then there's, you know, you see guys that are like, damn, he's on his last, you know what I mean? And they don't, there's a cemetery there. They haven't buried anybody in that cemetery probably for 60, 70 years. Yeah, so guys, if they get sick, they buck the system. You're either going to go to a lesser security prison, or they'll just fucking kick you out because they tired of paying for your medical bills.
Damn. Well, on that note, that's an hour. Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. Like us on Facebook. Not Facebook. Like us on Instagram. Like all our stuff. We're not on Facebook.
Yeah,
we'll probably never be on Facebook.
In jail.
I said
you just see our logo and that's it.
Yeah, yes. Like us on Instagram. Like all our posts. My family doing a great job of liking all of our stuff. Dad went through, liked everything we've ever posted today. My cousin went through, liked everything we've ever posted. Joe's been keeping up on his likes. Thanks for that, Joe.
Yo, Joe.
Tell your friends about our show. Check us out on Twitter. Gmail, alwayschillinpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us wherever you listen to us. Review us, whatever you do on whatever platform you're on. I don't even know all the lingo for all of your platform we're on. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Doses.